What's going on, all you gamers? Today we're going to be going over a little bit more Dying Light 2, and what we're going to be covering today is another mod showcase. This is going to be the maxed out version of Fling. So if you want to know if Fling's worth getting, if it's worth investing in, then stay tuned. That's coming up next. Welcome back, all you guys and girls. As always, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, then why not hit that subscribe and bell icon. I'll bring you all the latest and greatest in hints, tips, guides and builds, and just some fun gameplay and reviews of upcoming games. Obviously we're covering Dying Light at the moment, and soon Elden Ring's on the way. But for now, I'm here to show you the showcase of how good I think this mod right here is when it's maxed out. And that's the Fling mod once it's to artifact status, so once it's upgraded to max. This is another crit mod, which in my opinion is very possibly the best mod you can get in the game, and this one hits one enemy in front of you with a blast, instantly throwing him back. Applies blast with critical hits. Obviously, the more crit chance you've got, the better, but even with one mod on, this is absolutely amazing, and I would probably say it's one of the very best mods in the game, just for how much damage it does, and just what you can get out of it with versatility. Now obviously, as always with all of these showcases, what I'll do is I'll go over what I like about it, and then I'll show some footage afterwards of it in action with a little bit of nice music, so that you can hopefully decide whether or not it's for you. But one thing you should know, and I'm not sure if it was a glitch on my part of the actual weapon that I was using it on, but this seems to, rather than just being a blast effect, it seems to a little bit enhance the stagger you get on enemies. So I used it at first and almost binned it off as one of the worst mods in the game because it was really underwhelming. And that's because I used it on a kind of one-hander that was a slicing weapon, so I'll show you a little gameplay now. So if you saw that, you can probably see that it looks a little bit underwhelming. The blast effect is more a case of a tiny slight roll and a slow-mo, and it just didn't seem that great. So for me, one-handers wasn't seeming to cut it. I don't know if it's because it wasn't the best one-hander you can probably get, but I think this might have something to do with the fact that the more stagger you can put on really helps this mod out, which it doesn't tell you anywhere. Again, if I'm wrong, chuck it in the comments. I've only put on a couple of weapons so far, but it definitely didn't seem to work very well with one-handed slicing weapons in my opinion. So I'd honestly say if you are going to use blast, probably try and put on some kind of a blunt weapon that's going to stagger them easier. This seemed to definitely make the mod work better, and it seemed to give them a lot more airtime, and I had a lot more fun using it this way. Another thing about this mod, on its own, it's good. Like I said, if you're going for a blunt weapon, especially if you're doing one of those big two-hander weapons, this is actually a really great mod to have on its own. But I would say this probably shines very best if you're using it as a combo mod. Now I'm going to bring out some kind of combo duos later with my other showcases, but definitely look into this if you're trying to link it up with some of the other elemental attacks, because it does work very well and it's a lot of fun to use. Again, the base damage is 16%, so very similar to the others. It's going to raise the damage of your weapon by 16% base. The elemental damage is high. Very high at 320, so when it does proc, you're going to get a really big single whack. So especially if you're able to put this and something else on a weapon with that extra crit chance, it's going to mean you're going to get some big damage going off. As you can see when we compare it to some of the others, so for example the spark just here, this one gives 50 elemental damage per second over 5 seconds, so even after all 5 of those are up, it's going to give you 250. Whereas this one right here is just one lump sum of 320. If you want to use it on slightly faster paced weapons, you very well can, to try and get that damage proc, but like I said, I found blunt weapons definitely work best overall from what I've seen so far. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to chuck on a little bit of gameplay showing you what it's all about, and you can decide whether or not this is the mod for you.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness. lies in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change. Play the game that we say. I need a break. I'm staying strong. Need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong. Need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. Face on when I chase like that. Yeah, I play so strong with a knife in the back. I'ma swing home run like a baseball bat. Gonna see me rise, you can hate on that. I don't play both sides, doing me no cap. I'ma ride or die for my dreams on tap. I'ma fly real high, you ain't see me slack. No, it's not how you fall, it's how you get right back up. That's how you get tough. Calluses on my hands so rough, yeah, I call your bluff. I'm not the one, mess with me and come out with none. Cause I'm so done, you had your fun. And now you're gonna face down the barrel of the gun. Cause I got a full clip, put your name on it. But I'ma let you slide cause you ain't worth it. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want, I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want, I'll keep dreaming on.